Mythical or legendary creatures, cryptids, monsters, unexplained beings, whatever you want to call them. Every inhabited region of the Earth, it seems, claims to be home to one, and most have bone-chilling tales associated with them. North America is certainly no exception. In fact, some of the cryptids from this continent have achieved international fame and interest.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Harry Jacobs, and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome to the North of 60 Gaming channel. Today, I am very excited to bring you a new game in the Horrified series. Of course, Horrified was a game that I covered just over Halloween, but I can't wait. I can't wait to Halloween. So we are going to take a look at it today. We are going to open it up. We're going to organize it. We're going to set up the components. And we're going to have a solo playthrough. This is Horrified American Monsters. Of course, they're not B-movies like the last one. That would be more like Dracula. This would be more like Chupacabra and Mothman. So let's go down to the table. Here we are down at the table, and here is Horrified American Monsters, Home of the Grave. 1 to 5 players, age 10 and up, Ravensburger. This is the American Monsters edition. The town is overrun by monsters. Cross Creek Gazette, a cooperative game against American creepiest cryptids. And here we are. You can see the different monsters here. It looks like we have a Mothman, and we have I think there's a Chupacabra somewhere. But we're going to take a look closer. Can we save Cross Creek? I don't know. That's going to be interesting. So what we're going to do is, now the one thing I noticed, there's no shrink wrap on this. We just have a little sort of tags across the back here. That's kind of an interesting way of doing it. I suppose that's the smarter way if we're trying to save the environment and not have to use as much plastic as we have in the past. Let's open this up. Ooh, I can't wait to. I love the Horrified. It is a filler gateway game, which is a lot of fun to play. And you can see I'm struggling a little bit with the vacuum seal. Oh, good job, dudes. I did take everything off. There we are. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Oh, an urgent memo. Cool. Sites of interest. FBI. Oh, this is cool. I don't know what this is, but what does it say? It says, take my glasses off. Citizen, by now you are no doubt aware of the extraordinary circumstances facing the town of Cross Creek. I can confirm the rumors are true. The terrifying events taking place are the results of unrest among the cryptids, a powerful and otherworldly group of creatures drawn to Cross Creek by an unknown force. The FBPI has never faced a greater challenge. Our resources are stretched to their max, and we need Cross Creek residents with extraordinary abilities like yours to help us turn the tide and keep the good people of this town safe. You will be tested against some of the most ferocious and terrifying beings imaginable, but we are confident that together we will persevere. There's no time to waste. Meet us at the enclosed location to receive further instructions, but you're not just a citizen anymore. You're an investigator, and it's signed by Dana Cooper. Wow, that's kind of cool. We're setting up that narrative, and you know how important narrative is to me in games. We're setting up the narrative right after you open the box. And that, to me, is a great plus. You know, I've opened the box, and then you find the rules underneath. Now, I don't believe this looks like a box. Look at that. It's a map. The Cryptide. There it is. Look at that. FBPI. I don't know what that actually means, but all the different areas here in the United States. And that is kind of cool. I don't know if this has anything to do with anything. Oh, and on the back, there's the map. Wow. That is awesome. Nice job. Whoops, bang. That's a really nice job. So here's the map of the game itself, followed by this beautiful map on the back of the map that shows you all the origins in the United States. That is awesome. The Horrified, the rules, FBPI top secret. Here are your instructions. If you have played Horrified, you know how to play this game. It's basically the same game, except now you have different monsters to contend with, and you can play with your difficulty. It is, here's the difficulty. First, play with only 2 monsters. We recommend Banshee of the Badlands and Chupacabra. Novice, any 2 monsters, any 3 monsters, and any 4 monsters. Well, we're going to go for it, of course. And we'll talk more about that when we set that up. All the different various cardboard bits. Look at that. We have, looks like violins. That's creepy. And we have our dice. We have our standees. So for each of the colors, we have our monsters. Look at these nice, looks like nice molded plastic. Just like the other one. Looks like a 32 millimeter. No, a little bit more than that. 57 probably. There we are. Look at that. Isn't that really, really good? Let's see if we can bring this up just a little bit closer. There it is. We'll show you them a little bit more when we actually do the organization and setup. Because we'll have to set this game up and we'll have to. There we are. We have our investigators. Oh, sorry. These are the boards for the various monsters. Let's take a quick look. I have to do this. We have to look, right? Don't we? We have to look? Sure we do. Besides, it's my show. I can do what I want. So this is Bigfoot. And if you recall, Bigfoot, there's an area on their board here where you have to do things. And this is a little thinner, I think, than the last game. I'm not quite sure. And you have to probably fill this in, and you probably have to do a sighting to get rid of them. Here we have the Banshee of the Badlands, the Chupacabra, Ozark Howler, Mothman, and the Jersey Devil. Wow, very, very cool. And a nice little, oh, look at that. A little bit different than the last time. I like the drawstring bags, but I guess this is okay. It's a shopping bag. That's why. That's kind of cool. Look at that. We'll turn it upside down. A little shiny. There we are. Horrified. That's kind of cool. A little shopping bag for the cardboard bits. Okay. We'll just put it back in if we can. There we go. And that's what's in the box. And we'll pull these apart and I'm going to organize them. So that is Horrified. And that's all that's in the box. And we're going to quickly set this up and get it to the table. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. I don't know what 4 monsters we'll play. Maybe we'll just play 3 monsters. We'll take it a little easier. And it's so embarrassing to lose so often. But anyway, this is American Monsters. We'll be right back down onto the table and play it a little bit later. Horrified! I have organized this. Now, one of the things I did have trouble with, and I did notice, and I looked at some other boxes, that I did rip the corner right there where you can see the tape. When I lifted it up, it just went zip. Now, this box, compared to some of the other boxes, are pretty flimsy. So I think be very careful when you're unboxing Horrified American Monsters. It's a very, very tight fit, and I just tried to stick my hand in a little bit and went, and that was the end of that. I'm not mad. It's just the way it is. It's just, as a collector, I like my boxes to be pristine, but that's okay. The rules are still on top. There's that really neat board still, the one where you had where all the monsters are across the U.S., and on the other side, the game board, of course. I'm going to show you more of that when we actually set the game up. This is all about organizing. Right now, here are your players. These are the people that you're going to play with. And this is the cryptozoologist, the jock, the mountain man, the journalist, the psychic, the agent, and the Scout. And each one has a role to play in the game. Generally, you're going to play at least 2 players if you're playing solo, if not 3, and you will have to control them. I usually will play 2. If you're playing 2, you could probably get away with 3 monsters, but if you're going to play 3 or 4 together as a solo, you're going to want to play 4 monsters. 2 monsters, the easiest level, usually very, very quick. The dice, the monsters, and again, oh my God, there is the Yeti or Bigfoot, the Mothman. Oh, these are awesome. I really like these games. The quality of components are very, very good. The cards fit, even sleeved in this nice cardboard thing. These are basically the action cards. These ones will allow you to move your monsters. And if you've never played this game, there's how you move your monsters, how many dice if it meets up, and what's the order of what the monsters will move this turn. Sometimes you get lucky. And on the top corner says how many of the items that you can put out. There's reference cards, and there's, of course, some perk cards that, when you do kill monsters and things, that you can get some perks. And this one is like a moth to a flame. Place the Mothman at any location, or move any monster 3 locations. So that's pretty good. If you really want to get that Mothman in the end, this would probably be a great card to pull out. Here we go. There are all the player standees in one box. The various monster cards here. We have our various monster things that you have to do, like the violins, I think, is the Banshee. There's some big feet in there for Bigfoot. There are some standees. And that is basically what is in that box. Very, very simple. I don't think this game is particularly expensive, certainly in the $50 mark, and as American Horror is. And other than the box issue, the components look pretty good. And that is what we're going to do as we go into getting ready to set up this game to play. So on we go, down to the table. So here you're starting to see the board develop, and I'm starting to set up the top. Here we have our turn marker starting on 0, and of course if we get to 8, we lose the game. We have basically our perk deck or our special ability decks here. We have the monster deck set up here, and we'll take a little bit closer to that. We are going to be playing with the 3 monsters, and we're going to be playing with first the Banshee of the Badlands. There is the Banshee of the Badlands. And what we have to do is basically survive her and get into the safe zone with our violins. And our violins start here. And if ever the violins get to the skeleton, we are defeated and we have to go off to the hospital. We are going to be playing with the Chupacabra, and we will be collecting goats. And we will be taking goats to the farm and delivering goats to the farm. When we deliver 6 goats to the farm, we will use 6 yellows to defeat it. And we'll talk more about that. And next of all is the Bigfoot. The Bigfoot is trying to get away from us, and we are trying to take a picture of him. We will use footprints as clues to try to unveil the picture. And we'll set up the footprints, go when he passes us, and then we have the picture, which we will randomly do like a mosaic, and we just put them on the puzzle like this. And then what happens is we take a picture, we uncover it. Then what we're going to want to do is take more clues to shift them around. Once we have all 5 uncovered in the right order, we have taken a picture of that, and we can defeat him. Those are our 3. We have our overlays. So the Bigfoot, this is the high school. And this is where we take our discard something, either the slide tiles equal to the strength of item or swap 2 tiles. So there we go. And here is our Chupacabra, where we advance place goat on the farm. So wherever the farm is. I am playing for the first time this particular version, so I don't know where everything is. There's the farm over here. We have our frenzy marker. We have put these in the order of our frenzy, 1, 3, 6. So right now, our frenzy is the the Banshee. We are going to play with these two investigators. We have the Mountain Man, who starts at the Ranger Station. And we have the Jock, and he starts at the Stadium. We have our footprints. We'll just put them next to the board here. Bigfoot starts at, let's see, Bigfoot is a mysterious creature. Now the good news is that if we take the back of there's 6 monsters, you're never going to use more than 4. I suppose if you wanted to use 5, you certainly could, though that would probably be very masochistic of you. On the back, you get all the setup instructions. So Bigfoot, place Bigfoot on the board at the cabin. So there goes Bigfoot. And Banshee goes in the cemetery. Where's the cemetery? It's a scary... Oh, down here. And Chupacabra is at the farm. Right there. And that's as easy as that gets. And there's a full explanation in the rules. Because it took me a while to figure out the Bigfoot. These monsters are not as straightforward as in the original Horrified game. So compared to the Horrified game, the monsters here are just a little bit more complicated. Here we have our reference cards. There we are. And they're going to tell us what to do. We only need 1 because there's only me. I'll put them away. I have our dice down here in the corner. So we're going to put our Jock and our Mountain Man. There we go. We'll figure out who goes first. Next thing we know, we are going to set the board up, or seed the board with our items. So we're going to give each one a perk card. So let's see what the Jock is getting. The Jock is going to get the Signal Flare. It's choose a location with an investigator. You may play any number of investigators at that location. You may place any number of investigators at that location. And that is an advantage. And then for the old man, the Mountain Man, he has moved each investigator up to 2 locations, and that is convoy. For we have a little convoy riding through the night. Now, this is not the suggested setup because I only have so much space, and I was surprised actually that I was able to get everything in here. Next thing we do, we take our bag, and I love the way this looks like a shopping bag as opposed to just a normal felt bag. It's a little bit special. So what we're going to do is take 12. 1, 2, 3. Well, they're all blue. Let me mix these up better. What we're going to do is take 12. So here's the first one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to put number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and number 12. And then we're going to put them all in the locations. Now I'm just going to locate that off to the side. And we're going to place these on the board. And I'm going to shut this off and pause it for a minute to do that. You don't need to see me go, where does this go? So we're going to be right back and do that. After fumbling around, I found everything, and so we have distributed the different tiles at the different locations. We have the swimming hole, resort, bait shop, cemetery, intersection, farm, town center, the stadium, sheriff's station, the high school, city hall, tavern, hospital, diner, the motel, the intersection, the gas station, the general store, the mansion, the ranger station, campgrounds, cabin, and of course the abandoned mine. And that is all the locations that are on the board. we're ready to start this game, and of course we've put on our guys. I have to decide on, we are ready to start this game. I have put on our players. As I said, we have the Jock. The Jock's special ability, of course, is to pick up items from any location, and that is a special. The special action is place your investigator in any space. He only gets 3 movement points. Generally, the movements are 4. We have one who gets 5, but he has no special abilities. We're ready to go. We are ready to fight these monsters. And we have only so many turns to do it. I hope our 2 heroes survive and find everybody, or else we'll be horrified. So just before we get started, I have added the cryptologist. Now I've done that because in looking at a couple videos, I felt that with Bigfoot, we're really going to need to control the board a little bit more, because if the Bigfoot is left on his own, more or less, he is going to roll his dice when he activates, and when he activates and gets a exclamation mark, what happens is that the turn marker goes up. So you can be defeated by Bigfoot very, very easily. Which means we're going to have to add a violin to the safety spot here. So I've done that out there, and that is going to actually give it a more complicated, even though this is not the most complicated monster. The Bigfoot is one of the most complicated monsters there are. But we are ready to go finally. And we're going to start probably with the Jock. And I have laid these down. The Jock is in the stadium right here. And we are ready to go. I'm going to just try to adjust the light a little bit better here. There we are. There it is. I'm going to take the shininess away. I have a tiny room, so everything surface in here kind of reflects, and then it leaves a shadow, as you can see. I am going to be moving to a new location in about 6 or 7 months, but for now we're just going to have to suffer through what we're doing here today. So we're going to start with the Jock. Of course, his special power is to the ability to pick up items in a different spot. And we have a baseball bat and binoculars. And some of the actions that they can take is we can move and to an adjacent location. We can guide a citizen. We can pick up. We can share items if you're in your same location. We can do an advanced action. So you can see there's advanced actions here. And special actions that's noticed on your ID board. And of course you can defeat a monster. So because of some special abilities with our other two, such as being able to place your investigator in any space, I'm not too worried about Bigfoot. We can keep him under control because place your investigator in any space with a monster. So we're pretty good in terms of that. And we have a goat, which is kind of nice. We've got goats here. Now, chupacabras eat goats, which is yummy. So, but our idea is to try to get goats to the farm. And there's the farm right there. And the chupacabra is there, and he's ready to eat goats. So I think one of the first things we're going to do is try to get rid of this banshee really, really quickly. We're all in the safe zone right now. So there's a good chance that if I can pick up 2 yellow items very quickly, I would be able to get over to the banshee and defeat the banshee. That's kind of a quick. Now it is A1, which means it is easy to play. So the first thing I'm going to do is our Jock is going to pick up these 2 items. We have our first yellow item. That is his first move. Second, third, and fourth move. So we've got 2 yellow items, and we're fine here. Now, the risk is, of course, that if the banshee activates and gets 2, there's a chance that she's going to roll the dice and be able to move that violin over 1 and then not be able to defeat the banshee at this point. So the next thing we do is we pick up a card and look at our activations. So we look at the card. There we are. On the top right, you can see a number 2. And that is going to put 2 items on the board and move the Jersey Devil, which is not on there. And then the monster, and I'll show you how the monster works in a moment. So we're going to put 2 items on the board. Yeah, 1, 2. So 1, and 2, and 2. So we got 2 yellow items going on the board. The first being the cabin in the woods. Dun, 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 dun. And the poison, which goes in the general store, which is way over here. Okay, and then we're going to move. So the first is going to move is, it looks like a chupacabra. Nope. The Ozark Howler. Nope. The chupacabra is going to move. He's going to move 1 space. Here's our chupacabra. So he is fine at the moment. The next up is our frenzied. And you can see they only move 1 space, and they go in the order of this. So the chupacabra, and then the Ozark Devil, and then the frenzied, which is that. So again, there is our frenzied. That sets us up pretty well for the next turn. There are no fights going on at the moment, and you can see that right here because he's not with the investigator. So we'll put this away over to the side, just over here. That is the end of the first turn. We've taken our monster. Of course, if they activate again, this could be problems for the jock. So we're going to come over to our investigator. Place your investigator in any space. That's his advanced, so it's a very strong move. So that's why he probably only has 3 things that he can do. We certainly want to move him. I'm going to move him for his advanced action over to here. 1. So we're going to move. Well, true. Without a lot of movement, we could go 1 and use the advanced. Okay, so we're going to use 1. The first one, well, let's just see. 1, that would pick up as 2. And then come over here for 3. But if he hits me twice, I'm defeated already. But I think that's worth the risk. Oh, actually, he hides. So I think we're good. So we're going to come over here, 1. We're going to take this item. We're going to use our special ability to... well, actually, we can use the cryptologist. So we're going to go 1 to take this item. Sorry, 1 to take this item. He's going to look for a goat. Are there any goats? Yeah, down here. 1. Yeah, I think we're going to go keep to that. 2 is a special ability to move to any space. And this third move is going to... that was it. So he's moved for 1, took an item for 2, moved over here for 3. That is the end of his turn. We are pulling the... So it is a dead end. We're going to put 0 on. And it says, replace any empty trail spot with a new face-down tracker token. This player gains a Death Omen token. I think that would be there. I don't think that's a problem for us. Because we don't have... This is a gains a Death Omen. So we don't have an Ozark Howler. And we're going to look at the BB, which is the Banshee of the Badlands. So here is an excellent opportunity. Here is the Banshee of the Badlands. She's going to move to the closest, who is the Jock, which is the blue, and she's going to roll 2 dice. If she rolls a exclamation mark, we are going to be moving that violin. She moves that, and that means that the violin is going to move 2 spaces, and we can no longer defeat the Banshee. Next up is the Frenzied. So she's going to do that again. There you can see here is the Frenzy. She got another one. The violin now moves this way. So that didn't work out well for us in this turn for our Jock. We took that chance. Unfortunately, we got screwed big time. Okay. Our cryptologist is over here. Our cryptologist, now, if this happens again, he is really, really screwed. So place your investigator in any location with a monster. Whew. And we wouldn't mind getting a goat. Now we can move through these fairly nicely, except, wow, this hasn't really worked out 100% for us. So we're going to take this for the first, because we need an item. We're going to move 2, 3, and quite frankly, we're going to move down to here 4. We're going to set ourselves up for this goat if things go well for us. So we are going to put 2 pieces of equipment on the board. So we place any empty trail spot with a new face down tracker token. Oh, we got the same one again. Let's see who we're going to activate. We are going to activate BB, which is the Banshee of the Badlands. Oh my gosh. Swish, the JD, which is the Jersey Devil, which we don't have, and of course the Frenzy. So you're going to roll that again. Bang! The blue violin goes up, and he is 1 closer to defeat. So our poor jock is absolutely getting wailed on. We are back to our jock. Now, one of the things the jock will be able to do is spend a brown item to roll 2 dice. He doesn't have a brown item, but he can roll a yellow item. And if he gets a hit, he can be saved. So I think the first thing he's going to want to do is he's going to pull this yellow item for 1. He's going to spend one of the yellow items to roll 1 dice, and if he gets a power or an explanation, he'll be able to move his violin 2 spaces back, which he does. So 1, 2, but if he spends another one, he won't be able to do it. So I think he's going to move off. He has his second move. I think he's going to come down here, his third move, and his fourth move, and he's going to pick up this yellow. We're going to pick up another one. We have 3 going on. It looks like we're going to add the soda jerk at the general store. So we have Marie, and she's going to go into the general store, and she wants to go to the town hall, which isn't really all that far. But we have City Hall, and I think the town hall, the town center, isn't it? She wants to go to the town center. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one. The advantage if we can get these A, if they die, they get a turn marker. B, if we can get them there, we can get another of these perk cards that or special action cards that we allow us to use. We are back to our mountain man, who is right here. His first thing he's going to do is pick up the goat for 2. He is going to, he has not activated yet, so he's going to go over to the farm. Because of his special ability, place your investigator in any space, he's going to go over to the farm. That's his second, and his third, he's going to deliver a goat. Just like that. We have now the trick is that if he activates, that is going to be a problem because he is going to roll the dice. We're going to put, oh, and I never put the 3 items on from the last card. Ooh, that is bad. Bad Harry. So I made a mistake. I should have put those 3 items on. Let's just see here. A pickaxe at the ranger station. There we are. A helmet at the stadium. And a flashlight at the high school. So that nothing affected us there. We get 2 more for this particular card. Right there, 2 more. And we get to have a cemetery. Whoops, yep. And a walkie-talkie. Okay, we get a ranger station. There we are, ranger station. Okay, well, who is going to activate? Activate haunted music on the Banshee monster mat. Move 1 violin furthest from the skeleton, 2 spaces towards it. So we have 2 violins. So we're going to roll a, let's just roll a dice. I should have a 6-sided dice somewhere laying around. Whoops, my dice bag's right here. 1, 2, 3 red, 4, 5, 6 is purple. 2. Okay, so we're going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2. There we are. Now, who is going to... So it looks like Bigfoot is going to roll the dice. He rolls this dice at the beginning of his turn. Bang! He does not have a power. That is good. And that's all he does, because he doesn't move unless the investigators are there. Then he tries to get away when he activates. C is the Chupacabra. Right here. Oh, he's going to want to chew on our cryptozoologist. Oh my. And he is going to roll 2 dice. Yum. And if he rolls an exclamation mark, he is going to take a brown marker off the board. And there's a goat there, but we get our choice. He does hit our zoologist. Our zoologist does have some items, luckily for the cryptozoologist, so she can avoid being killed. And then lastly is the M. Who is the M? I don't think we have an M. M is the Mothman. We don't have a Mothman. So we will, whoops. So we will just put that there in our pile. And on we go. We got lucky with this person. We are the Mountain Man. Sorry, we are the Cryptologist. Patient investigate any location with a monster. Okay. I'd really like to get this moved. Let's go. She's going to, first thing we're going to do, Cryptologist is going to take all these. That's 1, 2. So that's 1 move. She's going to go 2 and 3 and deliver this goat before there's any more problems. And then her last, she can move to any monster. She's going over here to Bigfoot. If Bigfoot activates, he does not roll the dice. But what he will do is move, and he will leave a footprint because he's scared. He's going to run away. So let's... So here we have Mr. Cash at the mansion. And he is going to roll 3 onto the board, or put 3 items onto the board. A pocket knife at the general store. A pig at the bait store. It's down here, bait shop, and something at the ranger station. Lots of stuff at the ranger station. Then we're going to put the recluse onto the board. So we have put the recluse up on the board. He wants to go to the hospital. The Mothman activates. Our frenzy's going to activate. Fortunately, there's nobody around her, but she will move 1 closer to the closest. Where's our jock? Yeah. We'll move 1 closer. Fortunately, nothing happens to us, and we are ready to go again. Whew. We're back to the jock. The jock's got to get a lot of yellow. So, where is the jock? The jock's going to go 1 and pick up the yellow because he needs to get these violins back this way. 2, 3, and 4. That is the end of our turn. I am going to actually just use a little standee here to make sure that we understand whose turn it is. That way I don't lose sight to whose turn it is through the game. We're going to pull this out. It's the sheriff. We get 3 on there, and then we're going to talk about the sheriff in a moment. So we're going to put 3 on. The gas station. Where is this gas station here? Gas station 1. 2 at the gas station. 3 is a animal, and it's going to go. It's a goat, which is going to go to the mansion. So we might try to get to the mansion. We need the goat, and then we can escort him. Whew. Okay, we are going to pull a... Now, the sheriff is going to go on. Place the sheriff forward at the sheriff's station. Move the frenzy marker to the next monster. Move each citizen 1 space closer to their safe location. Okay, so we're going to get our sheriff. Now, normally you would put these on standees, but just to make them sort of lay flat so you can see them. There's the sheriff. The sheriff wants to go to the ranger station, which is up here. You can see how we get that. It says ranger station. And what it also says is that we're going to move our frenzy marker. So now the monster, the banshee, the chupacabra is now our frenzied monster, which is unfortunate because that is the only one that it's actually going to activate. We're going to get 3 movements for our chupacabra. So he's going to go 1. First, I forgot, I should finish this. Everyone moves a little closer to their safe location. The Marie is going to go to town center, so she's moving here to the diner. He is going to move to the ranger station. And the sheriff is going to move closer to the ranger station as well. So he's with the jock. Perfect. Now he's with the jock. That is the end of our turn. We've done our monster phase. We will move to our next, which is our, right here, the old guy. He can go anywhere he wants. So I think what he's going to do is get a lot of yellow. And then he's going to come down and try to move these violins too. So I think because he can move very, very quickly. So the first thing he's going to do is move up here. He's going to, for first spot. Second, he's going to take all these yellows. And third, he's going to advance him down here closer to the hospital. At this point in time, you can see we have a lot of yellows on the board. So we can do something maybe with the Banshee very, very quickly here. Now we're going to move over to here. And what are we going to do here? Remove all footprint tokens from the game board. We don't have any footprint tokens on because we haven't moved him yet. We are going to put 2 items. And then we are going to activate. And it looks like a fair bit of monsters are going to activate. The first is the Chupacabra. So he is going to move 1 space closer to people. Mothman we don't have. And the Jersey Devil we don't have. So that was it for our turn. We've got away very, very easily. It is our cryptologist. So what does she want to do? I think what she wants to do, she's got to do something. I think what we're going to do is go 1, 2. She's going to pick this up. 3. And then she's going to be in good shape to get these civilians out of the way. The problem is, of course, if he activates, we could wind up getting the terror raised here. Well, let's go see what happens. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to put 3 of these equipment. We have lots of equipment on here, none of which we've really used. Here we go. The first one is a bear, and he's going to the campground. Well, that makes sense to me. We're going to the tavern with our flashlight. Who doesn't want to go to a tavern? I want to go to a tavern. Where the hell's the tavern? Oh, right there. I always think there's almost more locations here. And we're going to the police station. There's the sheriff's office. We have a sheriff's office and a police station. So this is interesting. I have a police station, but there is no police station on the board. So I can only assume it's the sheriff's station. I've been through every one. I just turned it on pause to take a look at everything here, but that's strange. If we come across it, hey, we'll know. Okay, so Park ranger at the ranger station. Okay, we're going to put our ranger at the ranger station. So we're putting our park ranger at the ranger station. Move the frenzy marker to the next monster. Oh, this is going to be not good. Move each citizen one space towards their safe location. Well, we know that the rich guy is going off to the hospital. And Ellie is going towards town center, which is down here. And we are going to frenzy our monster. If he rolls 2 exclamation marks, that won't be a good thing at all. Just 2 hits, he has to have an exclamation mark. He doesn't do anything on that. He just sits and relaxes because nobody's bothering him. Because he's the Bigfoot. Doesn't hurt us, but at the same time, we're not really dealing with him as well because we have no footprints. The only way to get a footprint up there is to have him activate when we have a person where they are. We are back to our jock. Now the jock looks like he's ready for the sheriff here, and the sheriff wants to go to the ranger station. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's fair enough. We're going to deliver the jock to the ranger station. We have saved the life of the ranger. We will get a perk for our jock. And it's choose one. Place the Jersey Devil at any location or move any monster 3 locations. He's going to use this. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to put Bigfoot right here. And that is perfect. That worked out well for us. It is now the monster. If he activates, he's going to leave a footprint behind. So let's hope he activates. He will activate, of course, because he's frenzied. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put 3 tokens on. Where's our tavern? Right there. And now we're going to put the doctor on at the hospital. Our doctor wants to go to the stadium. There must be a football game going on. And we're going to frenzy our monster. Panic! Because we have a... So he's going to get a +1 movement. And he's going to want to move away. So he is going to move 1. But the thing is, he's going to leave a footprint behind. And then he gets a +1 movement, which he's going to move 2. So he's moved himself out of the way. But he has a footprint. We will be able to get to the high school to turn him over on the next turn. We're now going to move, and it is now our mountain man, wherever we did with our mountain man. I think he's right here. He's got lots, and he'd like to get down here. So this works out well. I think he likes to get down to the Banshee and try to get these 2 violins down. Okay, so the first thing he's going to do is, and he can go to any space actually, so that actually is nice. And he's got 3 violins. If he had a brown, he could actually move it 2 spaces. Okay, so he's going to try this. So for his first move, he's coming down here. His second move, he's going to pick up this, and then he's going to spend the brown to roll 2 dice in hopes that he can move the violins back. He does. He can move 2 spaces back towards the safe zone. He's got 1 violin each, so he's just moved that back to the safe zone. We are in good shape if neither of these move or activate, because then we can slip in perhaps our cryptologist with her 2 yellows to actually deal with the Banshee. Whew. So let's hope. Of course, this game, you never know. So we're going to put 3 on the board. a compass, which is at the City Hall. Why would we have a compass at the City Hall? Or you'd think that'd be a bait store or something like that. The Grease Monkey. So we're going to put Gus at the gas station. Okay. Gus at the gas station. So we're going to find Gus. Gus is at the gas station. Apparently he wants to go to the bait shop. We're pretty good this way. So let us roll. And as we know, it is the Frenzied Monster. First it's B, which is the Banshee. Oh, which is not good. No, it's not the Banshee. It's Bigfoot. So Bigfoot is actually going to roll twice. So let's roll. Exclamation mark. Roar! We're terrified. But he does this again. Nothing. So we're pretty good with our Bigfoot. We are up on our terror marker. If we run out of cards, we lose as well. It is now our cryptozoologist's turn. Right here. She's got the item. She could come down here and defeat the Chupacabra. I'm sorry, the Banshee. Because everything is safe right now. So I think that is exactly what she is going to do. She's going to come down and go 1, 2, 3. Going to spend 2 yellows. And we are going to defeat the Banshee. Because all our violins are on the safe spot. All it takes is 2 yellow items to defeat the Banshee. Whack. The Banshee is now gone. Should make our life a little bit easier, but I am still worried about him. So I did forget the footprint up here, because I should have picked that up on the way over, and that would have taken a thing. But so we'll have to go back and get the footprint. That is not a fate worse than death. Hopefully not. There are cards that will remove footprints, as we saw. We are at the jock's turn. The jock can pick it up on the way down to taking our ranger down to making the ranger down to the campground. Okay, ranger station to the campground. Well, that's not so bad. So I think what we're going to do is, starting with our jock, he gets 4 movement. What is his special movement? He can pick up items from adjacent. He's going to pick up the goat. 1, 2. He's going to pick up the footprint for 3. And he's not going to be able to get to the Bigfoot. Oh, man. Okay, so he's going to move 4. And here we are here. And you can see we collect a lot of items along the way here. And we're going to put 3 on, and then we're going to put the councilman on. So we're going to put 3 on. And a goat in the diner. I'm not going to ask. Okay, a goat at the diner. And then we are going to put the councilman at City Hall, and his name is Jimmy. Jimmy, being a smoozer, wants to be able to go up to the mansion. And of course, he's going to find that the Mr. Cash is not there. It's much to his disappointment. That's the way it goes. We are going to activate the Mothman and the Frenzy. Basically, we're going to roll the dice. If we get exclamation marks, which we did, we're going to move our terror up. So our terror is moving up, despite us doing things, not being able to do things. If we can get rid of the Chupacabra quickly, and we have does anybody have goats? We have 1 goat sitting here at the high school. The jock is up here. It's not the jock's turn, of course. Now we are at our old man. Now the old man, there's a goat up here. And is there a goat down there? No. So I think he's going to, for his first move, go up here, pick up the goats. Oh, boy, he's pretty good. According to the rules, our special actions can be done more than once, which means then on his 3rd turn, he can whip over to here, to the farm. Now, he is in space for the Chupacabra to come and attack him. But he has plenty to prevent that. We have 4 out of the 6 goats that we need, though the Chupacabra will attack our cryptozoologist. So we'll see what happens. So we're going to get 0 on there. We are going to have hunted music. The Banshee is gone. Okay, but the Banshee would move first. Oh, the Chupacabra, which is right here, is going to attack with 2 dice. She's got 2 items, so she can be protected at least. Yes, and then so she is going to lose both those items. But she is safe. And that is the end of the turn. Now it is her turn. I think what she'd like to do is get up to... we have a problem now because the Chupacabra is close to our Jimmy. But that's okay. We're okay, I think. So she's going to move 1. She's going to escort. Well, she's going to pick up an item for 2. She's going to go 3. And she's going to come over to here for 4. And she's going to try to keep the Bigfoot from triggering. Meanwhile, we have 1 footprint with our jock who's going to try to get over to the high school and get our first photographer. And if we can set this up properly, he will run away. So we're going to pull our card. We get another 0. We don't have the Eye of the Mothman. B is the Banshee, isn't it? No, B is Bigfoot. Oh, Bigfoot. No, it doesn't even get to roll the dice. But he is going to move. So he gets 2 movements. He's going to leave another footprint. And run away. 1, 2. He runs away. And the next is the Chupacabra. And they get to move 3. I keep looking up. CH is Chupacabra. No, CH? No, OH. Oh, okay. That's the Ozark Howler. We don't have anything to do with an Ozark Howler. That is the end of our turn. We will move up to our jock. Our jock has got a ton of items. Oh my gosh. Now he has to use brown items, so advance any discard, discard, I think, an item to either slide tiles equal to strength of the item or swap 2 tiles. First thing we're going to do is move Jimmy over. He's going to the campground. He's going to the mansion. He's going to the bait shop. So Jimmy is just going to move. He's going to leave these here. He's going to go 1, 2. He's going to pick up another photograph. 3. So a couple things here that I missed. First of all, when I collect a footprint, I get to turn over a tile. So there is our first very blurry tile. And our second very blurry tile. Now, I don't know what our Bigfoot picture looks like. So, and then when we're here, we can use discard any item to move the squares around. Okay, so just to recap, I've moved our Mountain Man. I've just moved the game on a little bit just to save a little time. So we skipped a few turns just to move this on a bit. City Hall. So we do move these fairly quickly. This game fairly quickly along, but I don't want this to be a 2-hour playthrough. Willie is going to go to the motel. So Willie is at the motel now. Willie wants to go to the tavern. Of course he would. And then we are going to Frenzy. This is our Frenzy. He doesn't even roll the dice, but he does want to get away. Oh my God! So he's going to leave a footprint behind. So he leaves a footprint behind. He's going to get how many movements? He's going to get 2 movements. According to what I just read, that as he moves through spaces, he leaves footprints. So in which case, then he would go 1 and 2 as he moves and leaves through. So he would put another footprint there. That was my mistake. Again, some of these are just fairly complicated, as I said. So not so complicated as just, as I try to read the rules as we're going. This is my first playthrough. You're seeing me kind of learn the game just as we're playing it now. Now we are at the cryptologist. So the cryptologist is out of things. We could go down, doesn't have any goats. We have lots of these people sitting here waiting to go, I think I ought to go somewhere. So I think she's going to pick up, she's going to go, she wouldn't mind going to Bigfoot too. He's going to go, let's just see here. He wants to go to the bait shop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that might work. 1, move over, pick up Gus. 2, 3, 4. But she does. Oh, but if she only has 1, that's kind of tough because if Bigfoot just tries to hide, doesn't he? So let's go over because he wants to go to the bait shop. Let's go grab our Gus. Actually, she's going to go and grab footprints. Oh my gosh. 1. She's going to pick up the footprint, which means she can move a. So we're going to pick up a footprint for 1. She's going to move another one. So that's. She's picked up her footprint for 1. She's going to move. She's going to pick up another footprint for 2. So we're going to turn this over. Ooh, that looks like legs. 2, 3, because you picked that up. Of course, she's going to pick up all these goodies here too as well, because when you pick up everything. And she's going to move back to the high school. And that is the end of the turn. And I have my dogs doing something. With 6 dogs in the house, there is a lot of drama here. However, our cryptozoologist has just finished her turn. We have to pick up another card. 0. Move the chupacabra. Closest player holding a brown. Well, the ranger, right here. That's okay. The first guy that goes is the chupacabra. We're right here. He's going to roll the dice. He's going to attack our old man. He's got plenty of things to get rid of. He only loses 1, so he's just going to get rid of a yellow item, just like that. Then it's the Jersey Devil, which we don't care about, and the Mothman, which we don't care about. And that is the end of the turn. That quick. We're going to come up to our jock. Our jock is going to pick up 2 items. And he's got a couple of goats, so he wants to get to the farm too. 1, 2, 3. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 and take a special action and get rid of a goat. That is the end of his turn. Wow, bang, end of his turn. I could have slid these, but we'll take care. Of course, now if Bigfoot triggers, we could take some terror. So first of all, we're going to put 2 items down. And a walking stick at the resort. And what we do, it says remove all footprints from the game. We don't have a problem with that. Place Bigfoot at the trailhead. This is an excellent opportunity to move and get some more footprints here. We are moving to our mountain man. So the first action, 1. Second action, 2. He doesn't have another goat, but he can move anywhere he wants to go. He is going to go way up here for 3. And that is the end of his turn. He wants to get that other goat. We're within striking distance of this other goat. We got some footprints on here. We have 1 footprint left. We'll get the jock back over to the high school. And same with the mountain man. Eventually, we're going to get him over to the high school because he has 2 footprints. But for now, we will draw a card. We're about halfway through the game, I'd say. So we are going to put 3 on the board, and then we're going to put the bellhop. We don't have a lot of monsters that kill citizens, so it's not. This isn't horrible. We got a resort, so we have some horses at the resort, and we have a pickaxe at the campground. There we are. Then we're going to put the soda jerk out at the general store. I didn't even know there was a soda jerk at the general store. So Maria is now at the general store, ready to be taken to town center. She probably has to get her safe serve license because she's a soda jerk, so she might have to have a safe serve license. Okay, and who's going to activate? We are going to activate the Banshee. BB. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Yeah, Banshee of the Badlands, which is gone, and we're going to Frenzy. Not what we wanted to do here. And he's got 1 dice, so that's not a horrible thing. But if he... Oh, but it doesn't do anything. Okay, that's great. Phew. Okay, that is our Mountain Man. We now have... Oh, we've put those on the wrong footprints because she's picked up the footprints. Well, that's good. So we're going to come across here, and we're going to move into the high school for 1. Oh, but she doesn't have... Oh, yeah, she can spend an item. She's going to spend an item to slide, to switch over, switch 2. And then she's going to spend another item. I think to move that over. And that's it, because she's spent up her footprints. Okay, so we're getting an idea. This looks like it's got to move down here. Looks like we have a body part that stays over here, and I don't know what that is. So we've got to get this guy moving again at some point or another. So we've moved here. We've done 2 actions. We have 1 more action left. She can go anywhere she wants where there's a monster. Whew. Well, in that case, she's just going to go to the trailhead. And that will scare Bigfoot off big time. We are going to put 3 on. Place Nora in the diner. Oh, hi, Nora. And Nora wants to go to the farm for whatever reason. We have a lot of these on. I just can't... We're really trying to deal with that. And then who's going to move? First, the Chupacabra. Yeah, he moves. He's already there, which means he's going to attack the Jock. Jock has plenty. And he gets 2 dice. Bang, he just gets rid of the shovel. Not a problem. If he rolled an exclamation mark, he would have to get rid of a brown item off the board. Okay, next up is our Frenzied. He goes, oh my god, I'm scared as shit because... Oops. I'm scared because... There, so he's going to run. He's going to run 2. He gets a +1. So he's going to go 1, 2... And he's going to leave footprints behind, which is good. So he's left 2 footprints behind. 1, 2. Excellent. Whew. Now we're back to our Jock. The Jock has gotten rid of all of his goats. Oh, no. So the first action he's going to do is he's going to get rid of the goat, which is the 6th goat. Now I have to have a +6 in yellow items to defeat the location. Well, we're already there. We have a pickaxe. We do. So his second action is a pickaxe and a bear trap. He chopped the Chupacabra and then smacked him in the head with a pickaxe. Swoosh! Oh gosh, he's dead. We only have the Bigfoot to contend with. He has 2 more movements he has. So he wants to get to high school. But on his way, he might as well take take Josie over to closer to the swimming hole too, and that is his move. That set us up wonderfully. Huh. So we're going to put 2 more items out. We're on to the campground. We are so close to really being able to finish this game if we can. Here's another goat, but we don't need it now at the swimming hole. Okay, those eyes, we don't have a Mothman eyes to worry about. So we are going to move the Bigfoot. Bigfoot's all by himself, which is unfortunate because that means he rolls his dice. Bang, but he doesn't roll the power, so he is good. He doesn't do anything. BB we don't have, and CH, which is the Chupacabra we just killed. That is the end of our turn. We are getting close to being able to hopefully defeat something here. We're going to move to our guy. He's going to pick up one. If he picks that one up, he's able now to, oh, it's even in the right spot. One. Then he's going to go over to the high school for 2. Spend the Bigfoot for 3. And he's good. Looks like he needs to slide this. No. Hope it goes this way. So he's going to... Looks, well, we can switch 2 around trying to figure out how this looks. Looks like this goes that way. Yeah. Okay. Slides that over there. It's 3. So I think we're close now. That is the end of his turn. It is back, and we are getting down to the last few turns here. We don't put any on. We have something to do with the Jersey Devil, which is fine. We have a B, which is the Bigfoot. So he is going to roll the dice again. Whoops, wrong dice. We're going to roll 2 dice. He does not power us up. So he is not going to do anything. And then he frenzies, so he's going to roll again. Nope. And that is the end of the turn. We come down to our cryptologist, who can go anywhere. She's going to pick up the footprint for 1. Well, anywhere there's a monster. So she's going to use her special ability 2, 3, and 4 to get closer to the high school. So we are going to now pick up this card. We are getting close to the end of the game here. Eyes of the Mothman. We're going to put 2 more things on a location. We'll have to fill the bag again. They're off to the sides, but we don't fill them up till we use them all up. Up at the cabin. And we are going to... First one up is Bigfoot. He rolls 3 dice this time. No explanation mark. That is good. The Banshee and the Chupacabra. Nope, that is the end of the turn. We can see now how much faster we're getting. Our jock. Our jock wants to go to the high school. Would like to get this over to here, get her over to here, but I think he'd rather go to the high school at this point. So he's going to leave her here for the moment. And he doesn't need to pick up items unless, what's the Bigfoot cost? I think it's green. Oh, green items. So we're going to have to get some green items. 3 green items. So I think the first thing he's going to do is pick up this item here for 1. He's going to go over here for 2. He's going to spend his Bigfoot for 3. He's going to move some. He's going to switch around. I'm not sure which way this goes. Oh, this looks like a shoulder or something. Or is it a foot? Or does it go this way? Oh, this way. Okay. So he's going to slide something. Okay. He's going to slide this one over to here. Oh, I didn't quite get it right. Whoa. Okay. And he's going to do his next turn. He'll come over to here. So he can move her again. We are going to do our monsters again. We're going to put 0 on. Rainstorm, remove all footprint tokens, which is unfortunate because now we have no footprint tokens here. Put Bigfoot in the swimming hole. Well, that is excellent. That's fine. The Chupacabra, Mothman. Nope, we don't have any activations. It is now the Mountain Man. Mr. Mountain Man. Where is the Mr. Mountain Man? He is here. So he can go to any location. He's basically going to go right here. 1. He can't be attacked really, so he is fine. Let's just pick up the next one. We're going to get 2. There we go. Bigfoot is now going to roll 2 dice. So we have him on the run. Oh, he's going to not roll. He is scared. So he's going to leave a footprint. He's going to move 1 space, though. That's all he leaves is that 1 footprint there. That is excellent. It's going to move to our cryptozoologist. Best thing for her is she can move to any monster. So she's going to do exactly that. She's going to go here for 1, pick up those for 2, and then hang to try to force, no matter where the monster's going to go, he's going to leave footprints now. And so we are done there. We are not, I don't think we're going to make it, guys. We got 4 turns, basically. We get 2 on the board. We don't have replace any trail spot. No, we don't have that. Banshee, nope, and we do have a frenzy. So Bigfoot is going to move again. He's going to move 1, but he gets a +1, so he's going to go 1, 2, and 3. And he's going to leave 2 footprints behind. 1 and 2. And that is the end of the turn. We are going to go up here. Oh, my gosh. He's going to high school. The jock could go 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's any green items. He's the only one with green items. But we got some turns to get some more green items. So I'm going to go 1, pick that up. 2, pick that up. 3, okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, no. So let's go over here. He's going to pick up his items here. 1. And move is 2. He's going to spend a footprint to switch these around. Let's get him over to here 4 so that he has lots of greens to finish off the Bigfoot. The teacher, he's going to high school. We're going to put 3 items out, and the Bigfoot is going to activate. So we have 1 item left. We have the swimming hole. We're going to put all these guys back. And we are going to activate and roll our dice, and we're going to roll 2 dice according to this. Of course, there we go. Again, we're fine because we have to roll these. We're doing okay, except we're a little bit pressured now to get this done. It is now our mountain man, who is here. So first thing he's going to do is pick up his footprint. He's going to use his special ability to go over here for 2. He's going to spend a footprint to move that over to here for 3. The only thing we have to do is switch those 2 around, and we have 1 footprint left. So unless there's something that removes those footprints, we are going to be okay, I think. Abe is going to go at the cemetery. We are going to roll 3. We're going to put 3 items out. At this point, the items are really quite moot. And we're going to put the groundskeeper in the cemetery. Yum, yum. We got a lot of citizens on the board, but not a lot of monsters that really are going to hurt the citizens. What's his name? His name is Abe. Oh, where is Abe? Abe, get to your job, dude. Hey, where does Abe want to go? Abe wants to go to the stadium. Well, after a hard day's work in the cemetery, who wouldn't? We only have to do the frenzy. We have to roll the dice. He rolls 2 dice. An exclamation mark. Terror goes up. It is now the cryptozoologist's turn. She's going to pick up the footprint. 1, 2, 3. Spends that to do this. We have now taken a blurry photograph of our Bigfoot. That is the end of her turn. We have now 2 more items. Stalking the Prey. Chupacabra is not on the board. We don't even move Bigfoot at all on this. So he is not even activating. And who is going to activate? Absolutely nobody. So lucky for us, we have 1 card left. Blue. 1. He's going to get rid of 3 green items. So we have the binoculars. I see him! And we have a fishing pole and a light. So we've seen him. We shined a light on him. We used our fishing rod to reel him in. And we have defeated our last monster on the very, very last turn. We did not get to use this card. And that is the end of this game. That is how this game plays. Let's go to Final Thoughts. So here we are at Final Thoughts in Horrified. I love this game. This game is so much fun. I found it a bit too easy. But when you think about it, I mean, we came down to the last turn. So that was a nail biter. If that jock was somewhere else, they were good. I think I would do it with 4. If I'm playing with, I was going to play with 2. Two of these, and I went with the 3 because I thought that it would just be a little bit more difficult because the way the Bigfoot moves around. And I did make a few mistakes through the play because when the Bigfoot leaves and moves through a area, he leaves a footprint. So we missed that a couple of times. There were a couple other little things that I used actually a wrong person to go to the wrong place, and I just fixed that. I didn't even say anything. Shh. But I don't think that overall really affects the game. We didn't really deliver many. Now, we didn't have a lot of attacking type monsters, and I think that's what makes the Banshee, which is fairly easy. We got rid of the Banshee fairly early, and the monster, and she doesn't really bother the citizens because she goes continually after the players, right? So she wants to play that violin, where the Chupacabra will certainly eat people, and Bigfoot just roars because he doesn't want anything to do with people, and so he avoids them. So citizens really didn't play. If you played a couple different monsters where they were attacking constantly, I would have found that this marker, and we got really lucky with rolls because Bigfoot did not do well in his rolls, or else we could have been up there very, very easily. Component wise, it's exactly the same as Horrified. So components are nice. We've got some miniatures for the monsters. It would be nice to have some minis for the standees, for the heroes. However, that's fine. It would have been nice if they were maybe acrylic. Acrylic's fun. I got a couple games with acrylic now, so that's a bit of a move. The game sets up very, very quickly. Not quite 5 minutes, maybe a little longer, but I would say still, I would almost consider this a 5-5-5 game. 5-5-5, of course, being, I look purple. Am I dying? Oh, it's just the lighting. Okay, I got a kind of funny spot in the lights. So a 5-5 game is a game that you can set up in 5 minutes, and this certainly sets up in about 5 minutes, maybe 6. 5 minutes to learn. It's a cooperative game that you can teach anybody very, very quickly. Really, you've got a couple of moves. You can move, pick up stuff, and deal with the monsters. Do your monster turn, done. And then put this away. Probably going to take a little bit more than 5 minutes, but it's not that complicated because everything is in my little boxes that I use here. And so it's pretty well organized to just go away pretty quickly. It's not a big game. This game is not expensive. It's about $50 Canadian. I got it from 401 Games. It's second in the series. I mean, it's fun to have these unique monsters. I wonder how it would work if you kind of mixed and matched them. You brought some guys over from here, but they're pretty specific to the board that you're playing on. I think they've done a really nice job in narrating the story and getting a narrative story here. All in all, this is a fun game. I would highly recommend it. This is a filler, I would say, gateway filler, depends on your definition, and we're sort of kicking those around right now. What does it mean to be a gateway, and what does it mean to be a filler? A gateway tends to lead you into other types of games and heavier games. This game really is just a filler. I don't think it's really going to lead you anywhere in terms of that, other than it's a lot of freaking fun, especially on a Halloween. Other than that, though, it's just a filler. It's not going to lead you. It's not a resource management. There's a few cards to play, but anything. It's a lightweight crawler, perhaps. You could define it as a very, very lightweight crawler. But I think that then in that case, we might call it a gateway game to a game maybe like to Legends of Novice, or something that's a step up to, or even the Dungeons and Dragons series by WizKid or Hasbro, whoever owns that, like the Legend of Drizzt, or the Ravenloft, or something like that. So this might be a game that would take you into that type of a game. So with that being said, I think that's it. I like this game. I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up for sure. Would I play this again? Absolutely. Would I change the monsters? If I did this like the way I did, I'd add another monster. Probably would lose at that point. I think if I went with 2, it'd be too hard. If I went with 3, it wasn't easy. It was easy, but it came down to the last turn. So this game is really about maximizing your turn and not running out of cards. And if you win on the last card, I think that's a bonus. Anyway, if you like what you see, please hit the like button, click subscribe. I would love to see you here. My community is small. I only have 300 and some odd subscribers, and that's okay with me. I really want you to be here with me. It's this quality over quantity. And so, I know you're here with me, and I know that there's a number of you that just watch, and I appreciate every moment that you take, even if it's 2 minutes to pop on and see what the heck's going on. Things are busy. I'm going on vacation soon. So we'll be looking at cruise ship games. And I'm taking some games on the cruise ship. I'm going to take my GoPro, and we're going to take some pictures, and we're going to try to upload them while we're in different cities. I'm going to go visit some board game cafe in Greece. I'm going to try to get to one, and we're in Jerusalem, so I'm going to try to get to one in Jerusalem, and some of the other cities that we're visiting as we go into our Mediterranean cruise. There is a game cafe in Santorini. I'm hoping to get there. Well, we are going to Santorini. Now, whether I can get to the games cafe, that's something different. But with that being said, I am out of here. Have a great gaming weekend. I have to put this away. I'm going to start editing it. It is 6 in the freaking morning. I started around 4, and what can I tell you? The game is not 2.5 hours long. I got up, had a coffee first, played a video game, came into here around 5:30, so it's taken maybe about an hour to play the game, and I'm talking to you. So without any further ado, I'm going to play my rollout music and my thumbnail. Please watch my other videos. I do have other games coming up. If you want to know, I am going to be playing The Veil. I got the solo campaign. I have, what else do we have over here? We have Corrosion, Raiders of Scythia, or Scythia, or Scythe, depending on whether you're American, British, or Rado. We've played Legends. We have War of the Worlds. That's a 2-player game. And we've got some other stuff coming up. Unfathomable. I'd love to play that. I haven't got that. It's not even open yet. Oh my god. A lot of these games are moving over to the boards. A lot of these games will be moving over to the Boards Game Cafe. That will be my new space. I'm going to build a studio in there to make sure that we can take videos right in the cafe. We'll have VIP passes, and people who have VIP passes and people who just want to play will be able to play, and we'll sit down and have a little fun with people. And we're going to build that up. I'm very, very excited about that. There's a debate when it's going to open right now between my partner and I. It's not a big deal. Because I am retiring from the government. It's just the timing of that retirement and whether we want to open the store half-time or full-time. And he wants to wait till full-time. I want to go in at half-time. But we'll see what happens over the next few months and make that decision. You'll be the first to know. I'm hoping to work and get a vlog going. on that. So watch out for that. We're still working out some details. He wanted to check with his marketing company before we started that vlog. So hopefully what's going to happen is we're going to take you through that process of getting that board game cafe open, from the moment we're picking games to the space being built, and the architects have been in there already. They are making their drawings. My partner and I are going to sit down and sketch out what we think is going to be more or less the way we want it. And we're hoping to get about 15 to, about 60 people in there. So it's going to be small. We're hoping to have the food, which will be fresh. So we want to step up from, say, it's cafe food, but we'd like to have it fresh and not just pre-made stuff like you get at Starbucks or something like that. And that's the concept. We both agree. I'm an ex-chef, so I would be horrified when he said, "Well, what should we serve frozen pizzas?" And I'm looking at and both of us know that's neither of us are going to do that. He runs a very successful restaurant with very fresh food, and we love eating there. We eat there at least once, maybe twice a week. So actually, my wife just ate there last night with a friend, so she's actually been there 3 times this week. So it is our go-to restaurant. We get treated like family at Coyotes and here in Yellowknife. Anyway, have a great weekend. We will see you on the flip side. Well, you may not see this on the weekend. In fact, I may not get this out to the middle of the week. So whatever day of the week you are watching this, have a great day. Play some games. Enjoy what you do. The spring weather here in Yellowknife is more or less, we're starting to see some nicer days. Now, we are still not going to be above zero for another month or 2. But at least we've got some colder nights at minus 25, but minus 10, minus 8 days, which is 20 degrees Fahrenheit. For us, that is as nice as it gets this time of year. It's almost spring. Anyway, with that being said, we're out. Goodbye, everybody.